Yeah, the 20 minutes sound on. Usually it's me saying, tell me to be quiet.
Good evening. I'm sorry for the delay. We're going to call this meeting to order at 7:20. Mr. Hightower.
Okay, thank you very much, members of the board, administration, for affording us an opportunity to come out tonight. And we have very special students here. Last year was the first year we had a number of students come out to lead the district in the Pledge of Allegiance. We had student council members last year. This year, we have students involved in a mentorship program. And I'm not going to divulge too much of that information because they have a written speech to share with everyone here. Also, I'd like to thank the teachers who are out tonight, the classroom teachers as well as the mentors. And I'd also like to thank Mrs. Krebs, our school counselor. She had the vision for this mentorship program, along with Courtney Williford, our intern. Thank you.
Please rise for the pledge.
What are you going to share?
Good evening. Our group is called the Emerging Leaders Group. This group was formed in response to President Obama's My Brother's Keeper vision. One of the group's values is helping each other through tough times. We care for each other by forming friendships and trying to help others. We want to do better in school, so we set academic goals, both long and short term. We took an interest inventory, which gave us 3 career clusters to consider. Each of us has a mentor at Tracy School. We meet with our mentor 1 time per week. We meet for group 1 time per week. At group, we cover many topics. Recently, we had a guest speaker, a former Secret Service agent who talked about being trustworthy and confident. We look forward to next year when we become mentors for other students, including all of the new students who will be attending Tracy School. Thank you for letting us open your school board meeting. We will be coming around to introduce ourselves. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hightower.
Thank you very much.
Great job.
We're going to go to number 2, Superintendent's Report. Besides, are you going to make them stay? If I have to stay, that's
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm very happy to report tonight about several things, and they happen to be all related to the arts and arts education here in Easton. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that an important organization, PTA, has sponsored a number of our students participate in the Reflections Contest, which is held every year. And they really set their course this year on increasing participation. And I'm very happy to report tonight that we had 4 individuals who were selected for awards at the state level, and that's a great honor. So tonight, if I could, I'd like to introduce to all of us here Elijah Horn, who earned 5th place in photography. Elijah, are you here? And he's got his entry with him. Can you unveil that for us? Could you hold it to the crowd there, Elijah, so they can see it? Elijah, thank you for doing this, and congratulations on your award, and please come up and get a certificate.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Samyukta Niraj. She won 1st place in visual arts. Congratulations. Next, we have Vibha Srinivasan. I hope I did all right there. Come on up, Vibha, and please get your certificate. She is 2nd place in visual arts. Last but not least, we have Sophia Vinci. Sophia, come forward, please. At the state level for literature. Congratulations. So we're very happy to honor students who have received this award at the state level. And just so the board knows, we had 11 regional reflections contest winners here in Easton. And as we're talking, we're going to show you some photographs here. Please look and watch, if you will, because it forms a very important backdrop for the rest of my comments, meaning that we've had, in the last month, we've had a number of very highly successful events. First of all, we had Cinderella musical at the high school, which is a wonderful production. I enjoyed it tremendously. It looked like we had lots of people there. What is so really thrilling about both Cinderella and Annie, which was performed at the middle school to a big crowd, we had lots and lots of students involved. And I am really grateful to our staff members for trying to open the doors up for all of our kids interested in connecting to the arts. Because when you think about it, productions like Cinderella and Annie involve speaking, obviously music, drama, but technical skills and teamwork are essential. And the other thing is that I would imagine you would all agree with me that those kind of experiences are what really builds a sense of belonging and attachment, and it helps kids to build relationships with each other. And that's so vitally important in the program of education anywhere. I also want to mention that we had the All-City Concert, which was held recently, where we had reps from every one of our schools participating before another full house of people, family members, parents, and so forth. The All-City Concert is something, again, that I'm not sure is done in other places, but a tradition that happens to be honored here in Easton. And again, it is astounding to me that we can pull students from all these different buildings together and they form a cohesive unit under the fine direction of our music teachers. They do a remarkable job. It is clear to anyone who watches any of these performances or talks to our students that music, art, and all of the other related fields of arts are vitally important to the program that we offer here in Easton. Our jazz band recently participated in the competition for jazz band at Steel Stacks, and this year they were selected, I think, in the final 6. Am I right? Can somebody? Yes, Mr. Cobb.
Final 3.
The final 3.
With a superior rating on April 2nd, they will announce the exact spot, so to speak, of 1 through 3.
1 through 3. That's a tremendous honor for kids at that age and that level of their performing repertoire. It's again another testimony to the quality of the education that they're receiving in our music classrooms. You also probably saw in the paper recently that that group is leaving for Germany and representing us in Europe on a wonderful trip. They've got several fundraisers lined up on April 16th and April 23rd. It's just terrific to think that we're going to be represented by such an outstanding group of young musicians, and my hat goes off to each and every one of them and to all the adults who are part of this effort to bring the arts to our students. I thank all of you, and a special thanks to PTA for your efforts this year in doing a magnificent job of revitalizing that Reflections contest. Thank you.
This is a gift to the board for you.
Wow. There you go.
That's for you to remember our program.
Beautiful. We'll find a special place for that. That's very nice.
Very nice, thank you. Number 3, reports. CIU 20, Ms. Price.
We have a meeting tomorrow.
Thank you.
I guess it's at the library.
Yes, please.
The Marks Room of Local History received a donation from Mrs. Tom Richard and Diana Hope from that from 1779 in Houston. It's amazing. The Friends of the Library have agreed to pay for the restoration and the framing of this map. So currently it is being restored. So everyone can see it really soon. Once that's done. But I was lucky enough to see it. It is amazing. It really is. Local artists, Kate Brandy and Lauren Kendall, have spent several months painting portraits of local residents. And on Tuesday, February 2nd, they set up easels in the library and painted patrons. All these paintings will be displayed at the Quadrant Bookstore from March 20th until April 24th, and the proceeds will go to the library. Anything that they sell, so that's nice. Go to the Quadrant and see the artwork. Also, very important is tax season. Tax assistance is provided by AARP, and that started a few weeks ago in the Catherine Drake room down in the basement. So if anyone needs help with their taxes, there's still some time. Go to the library. And Lafayette College students are resuming tutoring this spring semester twice a week. So they help elementary school students with their homework, which is good. And the Palmer branch of the library now has automatic doors finally, so you can push it instead of having to open the door yourself. That takes care of
Thank you, Ms. Price. Letter C, CIT, Ms. S.
We really don't have anything to report this month.
Thank you. Community College, Mr. Freeman.
We had an abbreviated meeting, but during that meeting, we approved the movement of some people from assistant professors to associates, associates to professors, full professors, and then also gave standard appointments, which is the equivalent of tenure and everything. In addition to that, colleges operate a little bit differently. You know, we approved various bills to be paid, but one of the things that we have to do is also approve projects that end up on the list of state projects to do, because just like here, they're helping away with any construction we do, they also out there. The thing is, you have to approve them to get them on a list, and hopefully over the next year or two, they then get approved to move forward. And so we had approved that as well. And that was all we had at our meeting.
Thank you. Charles Schrader, Science and Technology Initiative. Mr. Runham.
We have not had a meeting recently, so no report.
Thank you. Legislative, Mr. Freeman.
Legislative, I think, as everybody's hearing, they continue with some budget hearings, and at the same time, they're still trying to get through the 15-16 budget. So we still have the bottleneck going on, and we still haven't received the funding.
Thank you. High School Student Council Executive Board President, Mr. Cook.
Mr. Pinnabone, Carla Ramos presented last Tuesday evening. One thing that I would like to add to that is that the National Honor Society hosted a mini-thon at the high school 2 weeks ago, and they've raised over $25,000 for the Four Diamonds.
PTA, Ms. Robertson.
I will go ahead and pass around my report tonight. As we do our updates, more and more schools have been giving us more information, so I do try to pare it down, but I think they get very excited to be able to present what they've been doing in each of the buildings. Over at the Academy, they have started mindfulness training, thanks to Ms. Billings and Communities in School. This program is provided by the Shanty Project and has already been proven successful at Cheston Elementary. The program teaches students important life skills and the importance of our reaction to life experiences. Also returning to the Academy is Penny Wars. Student teams have created posters and infomercials bringing awareness to leukemia and lymphoma. So far, they've collected over $800 and have over 2 weeks left to go, which is great. At the middle school, both PTAs have been working hard on the new structure to reflect the shifting of grades. There's a number of good activities coming up on the 5-6 side, including several fundraisers, a spring dance, Grover Relay Day, and end-of-year festivities. The middle school is such a wonderful place with many talented students, and we are very proud of them for the Reflections, the second edition of the talent show, and their performance in Annie. Forks Elementary continues to receive donations from the water damage that they incurred. They are amazed and graciously thankful for everyone who donated. They currently have a March Madness program, a membership drive going on. Students can earn a lunch with the principal, and for parents, a $25 gift card to Giant. In February, they hosted a sweetheart dance. They had over 100 couples attend. And finally, in April, the PTA will be doing teacher appreciation. The PTA will be spoiling the teachers to breakfast, lunch, a sweets day, ice cream bar, and a mini turkey tray. So that's always a nice thing. Over at March, the PTA helped with a very successful kindergarten registration, and they are gearing up for end-of-year field trips. April is a very busy month over at Palm. They will be having a spring fling dance, a penny wars, variety show, science fair, and family fun night at the Aquatopia Water Park. They're also gearing up for teacher appreciation as well. And finally, the PTA will be providing soft pretzels to all students during the PSS6. Paxonosa is ramping up. On April 5th, they will be hosting a family fun bingo night along with turkey tray raffle. For Mother's Day, they'll be having a Yankee Candle and Wooden Rose fundraiser. And they are working on a big end-of-the-year outdoor barbecue, complete with DJs and other activities. They really are trying to make the most of, kind of the original school, if you will, and doing a lot with that. And to kick off the upcoming renovations, they are planning on a groundbreaking ceremony on June 10th. It was a great month over at Shawnee Elementary. They had the school's talent show, a book fair, and their first groovy family dance. Next month, they will be hosting Kids Night Out and their annual family bowling night to Warren Lanes. And at Tracy, last Friday was our 5th annual Tracy's Got Talent show. Over 40 acts performed. This year, student councils, students emceed the event, which was really great to get them involved. That same day, the PTA hosted Grandparents' Day for the kindergarten classes. There were folks that came in all the way from Virginia, Indiana, and even Alaska. So it was really cool. Looking ahead, Tracy and Palmer Elementaries will be working together to help host a Bike Safety Day at Fairview Park April 23rd. And finally, at the area council level, we've been busy. We had 2 training sessions on mandated reporting for school volunteers. Both were well received, and approximately 35 people received their certificates. On April 7th, this is important, council will be hosting an open question and answer session on the Do Tracking Initiative. There's been a lot of questions around that. School administrators will be on hand to better explain things or best explain things and answer questions. This session will take place at 7 p.m. in the Shawnee Elementary School Library. And that's it. Thank you. Yes.
I see that you're doing, the Paxos is doing the groundbreaking.
Yes.
On the 10th, we're having our meeting tomorrow, so maybe we can piggyback on that, do the official groundbreaking at the same time.
That would be great. And my guess is they're probably piggybacking already. Just wanted us to report out that they'll be involved with that. So.
Yeah, we can have a date. Yeah, I just asked him, and he said,
Okay.
no, so we might as well jump on their date.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll
Okay.
jump on their date and
Done. I'll let
make it
them
a
know.
little bigger. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
When did you want to speak on reflections?
Well, I wanted to thank actually you guys really fast for the support of the Reflections program. It was something that was sort of a low profile program, I think, in the district for a couple of years. And I think working together, we've been able to grow it. And next year, we hope to make it, more successful with more participation. So the only thing I think we really wanted to say to you guys is thank you for supporting it, and thank you to the different principals for it. So thank you.
Thank you. EAEA, Ms. Miles. How are you, Ms. Miles?
I am good, thank you.
Good.
It's a good day, good. That's a good thing. Very happy to be able to be here. At our last rep council meeting, 2 concerns really were expressed by teachers. One was that there's a lot of good initiatives going on in the district, but the concern is that sometimes there's so many that you don't do them all well. So they're just asking for caution and not trying to do too much at once, because they want to do everything well. The second thing is, and it's really not about me, but there was concern expressed about the number of staff and students in the district that currently are suffering from cancer. And the suggestion was made that maybe radon testing might be a rather inexpensive thing that could be done to try to at least eliminate that problem. Not that that will do away with the cancer. What a much brighter. EAEA is pleased to announce that Carolyn Serva from Family Connections is this year's EAEA Friend of Education. She'll receive her award at a countywide dinner on April 20th. So we're hoping people will be there. And lastly, really, we would just like to thank the board and the administration for all the work you're doing to keep us safe in our buildings.
I don't see Helen Jones. Is there anyone here from the bus drivers? None. EASD Diversity Committee, Mr. Ryan.
We're meeting tomorrow at 5:30 at the Boys and Girls Club.
Right. Number 4, standing committee reports. Number 5, is there anyone here that would like to be heard from the public on agenda items only?
I'm sorry, can you go back to the standing reports? I wanted to make sure something was added to the academic. I just want to make sure that we add that the request was made for an overview of a presentation regarding the detracting in the timeline.
You have that, Thank you. Back to number 5, is there anyone from the public who would like to be heard on agenda items only? Seeing none. At this time, I'd like to have a...
I got ahead of myself there, sorry.
That's right. we'd like to have a nomination for an IU 20 board representative. Ms. Price, are you still interested?
Sure.
Would anybody like to nominate Ms. Price?
I'll make a motion.
And I will second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, second.
Go ahead. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Mr. Price.
Congratulations.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from February 9th and the 23rd? Motion. All those in favor? Opposed? Number 8, can I have a motion to accept the executive session report as listed? Anybody? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, let's see, number 9. I just want to add, for 9D, we were missing last name for Miss Tamara Altoner, A-L-T-O-N-E-R. She is on the list. Oh, A-L-T-O-N-E-N. So that would be with letter D. Can I have a motion to accept 9 personnel, A through F, 10 academics, A through E, 11 policy, A through B. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Again, we are removed.
Excuse me, could I just interrupt and recognize that we have Michael Cock. Michael, would you stand up, please? Mr. Cock is our high school principal, and he is going to serve as our director of assessment and accountability. He's going to begin his responsibilities this summer, and I congratulate you on this.
Thank you, Mr. Reiner. I look forward to working with you and the school board in that new capacity, starting July 1.
July 1.
Sorry for the emphasis.
I'm sorry we blew past it. I could have pulled it out and we could have haggled over it a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Pennebaum.
Thank you.
Frank, we also blew past the foundation report.
Thank you. I said the administrative.
Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff happening. That's why I want to.
You don't get a chair.
That's actually why. The foundation hosted a breakfast to thank the teachers and the staff for all their efforts and teamwork during the flood. We did that in February. And some of the really good news here, they received a $10,000 EITC donation from Embassy Bank for Sizzle Literacy Day Camp. They received $7,500 from PNC and $1,000 from Weiss Markets. Their total EITC donations so far are $55,500. Kathy's really doing a great job, getting some money for us. They also approved 36 teacher grants so far, totaling $16,000. And right now, they're fully engaged in planning for the gala. It's going to be held at the Country Club, and everyone's welcome to attend and encouraged to attend. We need sponsorships and silent auction items. And they also, the foundation also thanks the school board for their continued support.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. I apologize for skipping over. Thank you. 12 buildings and grounds. Letter A has been taken off of the agenda as paperwork has been prepared. We'll bring that back in the next meeting. Can I have a motion to accept 12 B, C, D, 13 A through H?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Is there any other business? Seeing none. Number 15. Is there anyone from the public who would like to be heard on non-agenda items only? Non-agenda items. Okay. Yes.
I
just actually wanted to mention, I know it's the same night as tracking, but, and I wanted to mention this specifically, there's an Eastman Matters program coming, but one of the things you'll see on the side is there are walking tours. And the benefit of the walking tour is that it's an opportunity for people to kind of get out into parts of the community maybe they're not familiar with on foot. So I just wanted to, put that out there that you're all invited to do that. It's a good way to get to know different areas of the district. So thank you very much.
We're going to go back to buildings and grounds. All right, now, please follow me. This is what they gave me. Letter B, Max Motion Project, Main Concord F, became letter A. Letter C became letter B, and letter D became letter C. Are we all good with that? So we're just going to take a motion to accept that again.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anyone else from the public who would like to be heard on non-agenda items only? Moving on to number 16. Any other business from board members? Yes.
First, John, thank you for acknowledging all the arts that belong in the district. I think it's a great thing going on. Just some other things I'd like to acknowledge is with athletics, a little bit of things here is Evan Fidelis and Jimmy Saylor placing second in states. The girls basketball team, EPC champs, and they made it to the second round of states. I'd like to congratulate the girls swimming team who came in 4th place for districts. Alexa Kutch, who was district champion for 100 back, district champion for 100 butterfly, also did beat the school record, team records for those. She placed 18th for states for 100 butterfly. Natalie Patches with 3rd place for districts, finishing for 50 freestyle. Alexa Kutch for Express Times first team in 100 back, EPC first team for 100 back and butterfly. She also placed 4th in the states for 100 back and beat the school record for that. The 200 free relay placed 2nd in districts. That was Natalie Patches, Jenna Harper, Ashley Lucas, and Alexa Kutch. Other thing I'd like to do is put out there for everyone to know is April 24th is Easton Angels 5K and fun walk, 5K and fun walk. It's a disability awareness. And if you are interested in participating, it's eastonangels@gmail.com. The other thing I'd like to bring up is Camp Invention is back. And if you're interested, that's June 27th to July 1st, and it's at March Elementary School. And this is for students. It's regarding STEM, which is the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's run from Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 3. And if you're interested, you can contact Jenna Broadhead at Easton Area School District.
Thank you. Any other business from board members?
I'd just like to recognize Dr. Simia and her staff for that play, Annie. I went the other night, and I think that the confidence that these kids show is really a tribute to the teachers. You know, for them to get up there and be able to do that at that age, I can't imagine myself ever doing that. And it was thoroughly enjoyable. Just totally amazing the way they pulled that off. It was really a great play. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Anyone else from the board? All right, I'll finish up with, we had a press conference today. If some of you saw it, read about it. Just make another quick announcement. We have partnered with Easton Hospital, and they will be bringing their health clinic into the newly renovated Maximus Elementary School. It will be a full-service clinic during the school hours and after work for students, for family, not just from the West Ward, but that's where it's going to be located. So that's a great partnership on top of all of our other many partnerships. So I want to thank everybody that worked on that, and definitely thank Easton Hospital. Mr. Cook, how many students do you have that are waiting to get their agenda signed?
There was a lot more, I think, last Tuesday. There's a good dozen.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will adjourn the meeting even though you were having fun. If everybody turns around and says hi to Mr. Moed. Hey, Moed. Believe it or not, that was my Sunday school teacher a long time ago. Not too long, like 5 years. All right, at this time, can I have a motion to adjourn? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? We're having executive session right after this.